Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting two-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry when there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's...
We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Now I'm going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, will get knocked out. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name? You can't even hear your corner man whisper in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Nice counter. Punch, counter punch. There's a counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You can't...
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Tried to score with a jab. Punch, counter punch. Missing with the hook. There's a counter shot. Do you believe what we are seeing? The perfect counter lands. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
The action is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once and no...
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Just keep him on the end of that jab.
Back, get your rhythm back, and then we'll go again.
You can start sticking in a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit so we can't figure you out.
That was? Come on. You let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. Get your...
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see.
You let him back into the fight, and you're much better than that guy.
You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots.
Back together and put him back in his place. Right.
Let the defense on the end and what you do. Good work.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
Breathe when you're stepping about.
Keep smart. Good work out there. The jab's working nice. Those 1-2s straight.
You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter punch. Straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They better start respecting each other's punching power. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pot you all night long. Rush them.
Good counter punching. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Jab slightly off target. A perfect counter lands. Misses with the jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. Can't land the jab there. Well done with that counter shot. Catch and shoot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Just out there and win the round. Get your mind back, get your focus there.
Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already.
It's off and don't give him anything, all right?
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Straight right just misses. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Fight's not over yet.
Time for the 5th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. There's a counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds. Did you see that? The Mexican monster's in trouble. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up.
On to the 6th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
A perfect counter lands. Nice counter shot. That counter shot lands. Do you believe this? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. That jab doesn't score. Nice counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring.
Good work, that's it.
There's the bell to start round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well done with that counter shot. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Good counter punching. Counter shot lands. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. A perfect counter lands. He misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you? Well, hold on a second, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. How did they not go down?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Back together.
Great work, great work. I love that. I love that. The jab slick.
Tougher fight because he's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there.
Shots, keep smart. You were thinking, you were smart, you were.
And then start gathering your pace and get your momentum back and win the round back. Take away that confidence and stop him in his tracks.
Round 8, and we're off again. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Got out of the way of that right hook. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Don't want to trade shots. Jab does not score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there.
Get your shots up.
Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook doesn't score. Catch and shoot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. That counter punch caught him clean. One punch could change everything in this battle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. And there's the bell for round 10. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Beautiful counter punch. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are away.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's not forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
The jab not finding its target. Another scoring shot there. Those counter punches have to hurt. Defense is not an option for these two. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
Unbelievable hard. Knocked down twice.
That kid, just go back out.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe.
Let's start 11. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The straight right just misses. Hook misses. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They exchange punches. It's all offense all the time. Beautiful counter shot. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing them down. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweet.
And there's the bell for round 12. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get sucked in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more points.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
A swing and a miss with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. They exchange punches. Jab does not score. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
Even I've got to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you continue.
No surprises, we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart, that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no
Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. A consequence of stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversational astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming, is optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake.